The glittering world of international royalty has always been a grand stage where history, tradition, and personal destiny intertwine under the constant, unyielding glare of the global spotlight. For generations, the public has watched the members of these historic dynasties grow from children into leaders, passing every public appearance, gesture, and choice for deeper meaning. It is a world where nothing happens by accident, where the smallest details are heavily laden with symbolic intent, and where the transition from childhood innocence to structured public duty is carefully orchestrated behind closed palace walls. In recent years, a quiet but profound evolution has been unfolding within the most famous family on the planet, a transformation that captures the essence of a modern monarchy, balancing its ancient roots with contemporary relevance. As the world watches, a young figure is slowly being prepared for a future of immense responsibility, and this preparation is manifesting in a highly visible yet subtle and elegant manner that has caught the attention of seasoned observers and casual onlookers alike. To truly understand this shift, one must look closely at the grand public spectacles that define the royal calendar. Events where the family presents itself to the nation and the world in a display of unity and continuity. These occasions are far more than mere celebrations. They are carefully calibrated showcases of the institution's enduring strength and its vision for the future. For years, the narrative surrounding the younger generation of the family was focused on normalcy, simplicity, and a grounded upbringing that shielded them from the intense pressures of their inherited status. Their presentation to the public was deliberately modest, reflecting a desire to grant them a childhood free from the overwhelming grandiosity traditionally associated with their lineage. However, as time marches on and the demands of duty draw closer, the manner in which these young individuals are presented to the world is undergoing a sophisticated and deliberate upgrade, signaling a new chapter in their public lives and a subtle elevation of their status within the royal hierarchy. This fascinating evolution became undeniably apparent during a major public milestone earlier this year. An annual celebration that brings the entire family together in a spectacular display of military pageantry and historic ritual. So, as the carriage rolled down the historic avenue and the family gathered on the iconic balcony, observers noticed a distinct shift in the aesthetic presentation of the young princess, who has recently reached a significant milestone in her pre-teen years. No longer dressed in the charming, accessible high street brands that characterized her early childhood, she stepped out in an ensemble that spoke volumes about her growing maturity and her emerging role as a key representative of the modern dynasty. This choice was not merely a change in wardrobe, it was a clear statement of intent, a visual marker of her transition into a more formal and elevated tier of public life, echoing the meticulously curated style of her mother, who has long been regarded as a global icon of elegance and diplomatic dressing. The world of royal fashion is a complex language of diplomacy, tradition, and subtle communication, where a single outfit can pay tribute to the past, signal a political shift, or project a specific image of the monarchy's future. For the young princess, this new chapter represents a departure from the affordable, mass-market British clothing brands that her parents used so effectively to project an image of accessibility and reliability during her earlier years. The shift toward bespoke, custom-made pieces from elite international couture houses represents a deliberate step into the realm of high fashion, a domain where her mother has reigned supreme for over a decade. This strategic evolution in her wardrobe is a fascinating indicator of her growing independence and her gradual initiation into the sophisticated visual codes of the institution she represents. generating immense intrigue among commentators who see this as the beginning of her journey as a major public figure in her own right. As we delve deeper into this compelling story of transformation, style, and inherited duty, we invite you to become a permanent part of our community of observers. If you find yourself captivated by the intricate details of royal life, the hidden meanings behind public appearances, and the fascinating evolution of the world's most famous family, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an exclusive update or an in-depth analysis of these historic events. Your support allows us to continue bringing you the most detailed and comprehensive coverage of the stories that shape our understanding of the modern monarchy and the individuals who inhabit this extraordinary world. The transition from the playful, simple frocks of early childhood to the structured, custom-designed garments of elite fashion houses is a path that few children ever walk. But for this young princess, it is an essential part of her preparation for a lifetime under the microscope. The delicate balance between preserving her youth and introducing her to the rigorous standards of royal presentation is a task that her mother has approached with characteristic care and foresight. By carefully selecting specific moments to introduce these high-end bespoke creations, the family is ensuring that her stylistic evolution feels natural yet impactful, building a distinct visual identity that honors her heritage while looking firmly toward the future. The public reaction to this transformation has been a mixture of admiration and intense curiosity, as enthusiasts and experts alike dissect the origin, craftsmanship, and historical references embedded within each new appearance, recognizing that they are witnessing the creation of a future style icon. As the summer season progresses and the royal calendar unfolds with its usual array of high-profile sporting events, charity galas, and official ceremonies, the anticipation surrounding the young princess's appearances continues to grow. Each outing is now viewed through a new lens, as the public eager to see how her style will continue to develop and which prestigious design houses she will champion next. This narrative of growth and elevation is tightly woven into the broader story of a family navigating a period of significant transition, where the older generation is gradually preparing the younger members to carry the torch of tradition into a new era. The subtle yet undeniable upgrade in her presentation is a clear sign that the palace is looking far ahead, establishing a polished, sophisticated image for the young royal that will serve her well in the decades to come. As she steps out from the shadow of childhood and into the full light of her royal destiny. The grand spectacle of Trooping the Colour, the official birthday parade of King Charles, served as the magnificent backdrop for this significant style revelation, capturing the attention of millions worldwide. As the royal carriage processed down the mall amid a sea of waving flags and military precision, all eyes were fixed on the young Princess Charlotte, who recently celebrated her 11th birthday. Sitting alongside her mother, the Princess of Wales, Charlotte instantly became the centre of a whirlwind of discussion among style experts and royal commentators. The young royal debuted a stunning, one-of-a-kind cream dress from the prestigious Italian fashion label Alessandra Rich, a major departure from the high street brands that defined her early wardrobe. This custom-made creation featured intricate appliqué detailing and a beautifully structured, lace-trimmed sailor collar, exuding an air of vintage-inspired sophistication that was both age-appropriate and undeniably high-end. The choice of Alessandra Rich was a deeply deliberate nod to her mother's own sartorial preferences, as the Princess of Wales is known to own at least 11 pieces from the same Italian designer, frequently relying on the brand's smart, retro silhouettes for high-profile public engagements. This coordinated appearance went far beyond a shared love for a specific luxury label. It was a masterclass in visual harmony and symbolic maternal guidance. Keen-eyed royal fans immediately noticed that Charlotte's bespoke dress featured a subtle pastel blue floral print woven into the cream fabric. This delicate color choice allowed the young princess to perfectly coordinate with her mother, who was also elegantly attired in a structured white and navy ensemble for the occasion. This mother-daughter styling tradition has become a signature element of their public presentations at major national events, projecting an image of family unity, continuity, and an unspoken passing of the fashionable torch from one generation to the next. The level of luxury embedded within Charlotte's ensemble extended well beyond the bespoke dress itself, as every single accessory was chosen with meticulous care and a significant financial investment. Cementing her transition into the upper echelons of couture, perched atop her neatly styled hair was a luxury organza bow created by Jane Taylor Millinery, a highly exclusive royal-approved headwear designer whose creations frequently grace the heads of senior members of the British aristocracy. This seemingly simple piece of headwear carries a retail value of nearly £200, or roughly $256, signaling that no expense was spared in curating this flawless public image. On her feet, Charlotte wore a pair of elegant ivory flat shoes from the high-end brand Pretty Ballerinas, valued at £159, which reportedly sold out globally within hours of her appearance, demonstrating the immediate and powerful commercial impact of her emerging style status. However, the most touching and meaningful element of her outfit was found on her wrist, where she wore a classic three-strand pearl bracelet. This exquisite piece of jewelry perfectly matched the Nigel Milnen pearl piece worn by the Princess of Wales, but its historical weight was much grander, as it originally belonged to her late grandmother, Princess Diana, making it a profound heirloom connecting the young girl directly to the legacy of the iconic Princess of Wales. This spectacular appearance at the King's official birthday parade is merely the latest milestone in what has become a rapid and undeniable accumulation of elite designer labels for the UNG princess over the past year. Commentators have pointed out that this shift has been building momentum behind palace walls, with Charlotte increasingly stepping out in custom creations from the world's most revered fashion houses, including Givenchy, Alexander McQueen, and Catherine Walker. A particularly striking example of this transition occurred during the Wimbledon men's singles final last year, where Charlotte effortlessly echoed her mother's signature elegance courtside. For that high-profile sporting event, the then 10-year-old princess wore a custom-designed dress by Sarah Burton for Givenchy, another absolute favorite design house of her mother. The bespoke piece featured a timeless A-line silhouette with playful, youthful ruffle detailing executed in a chic, understated monochrome color palette that made her stand out as arguably the best-dressed child in the entire stadium to complete that memorable courtside look. Charlotte wore specialized Papuelli Mary Jane shoes valued at £87, a pair of classic £71 Ray-Ban sunglasses to shield her eyes from the summer sun, and a selection of sparkling, personal jewelry from the popular brand Pandora. Her choice of accessories that day included an eye-catching bracelet featuring a Nala charm from the brand's popular Disney collaboration, sitting alongside a delicate charm representing her specific birthstone, showcasing a perfect blend of high-fashion maturity and relatable pre-teen personality. This careful curation of her wardrobe continued into the spring of this year, when she attended the royal family's traditional Easter Sunday service at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. For this solemn and historic family gathering, Charlotte stepped out in a stunning, bespoke camel-colored coat designed by Catherine Walker, a fashion house that was famously a staple of Princess Diana's wardrobe and remains a primary choice for her mother today. Underneath the structured coat, she wore a powder blue, beautifully pleated dress from the contemporary luxury label Self-Portrait, completing the elegant ensemble with 324-pound Tory birch suede ballet flats, proving that her wardrobe is now firmly rooted in international luxury design. The tension and excitement surrounding her rapid style evolution reached a fever pitch as commentators began to connect these recent appearances to the historic events of the previous year, revealing a pattern of meticulous planning and high-stakes fashion diplomacy. At the historic coronation ceremony of her grandfather, King Charles, at Westminster Abbey, the palace confirmed that Princess Charlotte wore an exceptionally regal ivory silk crepe dress, paired with a matching structured cape, both custom-designed by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen. This historic ensemble was a direct, miniature reflection of the magnificent gown worn by her mother to the same ceremony. Instead of a traditional royal tiara, which would have been inappropriate for her age, Charlotte wore an incredibly intricate headpiece created through a collaboration between Jess Collett and Alexander McQueen. This stunning headwear featured breathtaking silver bullion, crystal embellishments, and delicate silver thread work, with experts estimating its value at an eye-watering £80,000. A staggering testament to the sheer scale and importance of her visual presentation on the world stage, in a fascinating turn of events that set the fashion world abuzz weeks later. Charlotte cleverly repurposed this exact high-end coronation dress for her appearance at the 2023 Trooping the Colour Parade, demonstrating a brilliant blend of royal opulence and practical, sustainable fashion. Renowned children's wear designer Amaya Arrieta, who has frequently dressed the Wales children for major milestones, revealed to the media that while the foundational structure and the way the skirt of the red and white dress moved were completely identical to her historic coronation gown, the garment had been artfully modified. The original cape was removed, the sleeves were subtly altered, and a vibrant new red belt and matching collar detail were added to transform the formal ecclesiastical gown into a festive, military parade-appropriate outfit. Arrieta noted that the dress fitted the young princess absolutely perfectly, and since the historic coronation had occurred just weeks prior, it made complete sense to modify the exquisite piece rather than letting it sit in a palace archive, proving that even within the world of elite couture, the family remains mindful of practicality and modern sensibilities. The deliberate and strategic evolution of Princess Charlotte's wardrobe, from accessible high-street staples to high-end Italian and British couture, represents a significant milestone not just for the young royal herself, but for the visual narrative of the entire House of Windsor. This shift serves as a powerful testament to her elevating status within the family hierarchy as she steps into her role as a prominent representative of the modern monarchy. To fully comprehend the weight of this transition, one must examine the lives and philosophies of the key figures guiding her journey, most notably her mother, the Princess of Wales. For over a decade, the former Kate Middleton has been celebrated globally as an unparalleled master of sartorial diplomacy, using her clothing choices to communicate respect, continuity, and accessibility. In the early years of her marriage, the Princess of Wales frequently made headlines by mixing affordable high-street brands like Zara, Topshop, and Rice with luxury pieces, a conscious strategy designed to present the royal family as grounded, relatable, and sensitive to the economic realities of the public. This approach was naturally extended to her children during their early years, with Princess Charlotte often photographed in charming, traditional, and highly affordable garments from classic British brands like Rachel Riley, Trotters, and John Lewis. alongside accessible international labels like Ralph Lauren. However, as the monarchy navigates a historic period of transition following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II and the coronation of King Charles III, the visual strategy of the family is adapting to reflect a more structured and formal future. At 11 years old, Princess Charlotte is no longer just a young child, accompanying her parents to family outings. She is increasingly recognized as a vital pillar of the family's public image. A poised and disciplined young lady who frequently wins praise for her impeccable behavior and natural grace during demanding public ceremonies. The introduction of elite design houses like Alessandra Rich into her wardrobe signals that the time has come to elevate her aesthetic presence to match her growing responsibilities. This transition is being managed with extraordinary care by her mother, who understands better than anyone the intense scrutiny that comes with royal style. By introducing custom, bespoke garments during major national milestones such as Trooping the Colour, the coronation, and the Wimbledon finals, the palace is establishing a distinct visual identity for Charlotte that honours royal tradition while showcasing a fresh, sophisticated, and globally influential perspective on modern regal style. The historical echoes embedded within Charlotte's changing wardrobe connect her directly to the most iconic fashion figures in royal history, creating a profound bridge across generations. The inclusion of the late Princess Diana's three-strand pearl bracelet in Charlotte's Trooping the Colour ensemble was a deeply emotional touch that did not escape the notice of royal historians. Diana, the grandmother Charlotte, never had the chance to meet, fundamentally revolutionized royal fashion, using her clothing to break down institutional barriers and connect with people on an intensely personal level. By wearing a piece of jewelry that once belonged to Diana and matching it seamlessly with her mother's own heirloom jewelry, Princess Charlotte is visually woven into a continuous lineage of elegant, transformative women who have shaped the public perception of the monarchy. Furthermore, her choices pay homage to her late great-great-grandmother, the Queen Mother and Queen Elizabeth II. Through the careful display of historic family pieces, like the diamond horseshoe brooch gifted to her by the late Queen herself. These subtle additions of historic jewelry serve as a poignant reminder that while her clothing may be modern and international, her foundations are deeply rooted in the rich tapestry of British royal heritage. This sophisticated style evolution also highlights the fascinating relationships between the royal family and the elite designers who shape their public personas. Italian designer Alessandra Rich, whose custom cream dress made such an impact at the birthday parade, has spoken openly about the immense thrill and honor of seeing her vintage-inspired, smart designs worn by the Princess of Wales, and now by a future generation in Princess Charlotte. Rich's designs are celebrated for their ability to blend classic, retro silhouettes with a crisp, contemporary edge, making them perfectly suited for the demands of modern royal duties, where garments must be both formally appropriate and stylistically compelling. Similarly, the late Sarah Burton's historic tenure at Alexander McQueen and Givenchy has left an indelible mark on the family's visual legacy, providing the breathtaking ivory silk crepe gown and matching cape that Charlotte wore to the coronation. These designers do not merely create clothing, they collaborate with the palace to craft historic visual artifacts that will be studied by fashion historians for centuries to come, ensuring that every pleat, seam, and embroidery detail carries a deeper narrative meaning. As the public looks forward to the upcoming summer season, including the highly anticipated matches at the Wimbledon Championships, speculation is reaching an all-time high regarding how Princess Charlotte's style will continue to develop. The transition from children's boutiques toward custom, requested on-price couture, marks the definitive emergence of a budding fashion icon whose global influence is poised to rival that of her mother. The phenomenon, often referred to as the effect of royal dressing, where items worn by the family sell out instantly worldwide, is already in full effect for the young princess, as evidenced by the immediate global depletion of her ivory flat shoes following her recent appearance. This incredible commercial and cultural impact underscores the immense power of the royal wardrobe as a tool of soft power and cultural diplomacy, projecting an image of a refined, forward-looking, and impeccably polished institution to the entire world. Ultimately, the story of Princess Charlotte's wardrobe upgrade is a story about growth, preparation, and the seamless continuity of tradition within a changing world. It reflects a masterfully executed plan by the Prince and Princess of Wales to guide their daughter through the complexities of a life in the public eye, ensuring she is equipped with the poise, grace, and visual presence required of her station. As she continues to grow alongside her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, her style will undoubtedly undergo further fascinating transformations, reflecting her personal journey and her unfolding destiny within the historic House of Windsor. The young princess has firmly left the simple frocks of her early childhood behind, stepping confidently onto the global stage as a sophisticated symbol of the monarchy's bright and elegant future, leaving royal enthusiasts and casual viewers alike eager to witness the next chapters of this extraordinary royal evolution.